Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old Quarter Dollar USA United States. In today's video, we are going to discover 4 rare and valuable USA coins that every collector should know. Top 1. The United States of America wheat penny from 1944 with no mint mark is one of the most historically interesting and widely collected coins in American numismatics. This coin, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, along with the word Liberty and the year 1944. The absence of a mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark during that period. The reverse back of the coin displays 2 wheat stalks on either side, symbolizing prosperity and unity, along with the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, and the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The 1944 wheat penny holds special historical importance because it was minted during World War II, a time when the United States was heavily involved in global conflict. In 1943, pennies were made from steel coated with zinc due to a copper shortage needed for war supplies. However, in 1944, the U.S. Mint returned to using copper-based metal, but instead of fresh copper, they used recycled brass from spent shell casings collected from military training facilities. This gives the 1944 penny a unique composition, typically made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, though the exact mix may vary slightly. Because of this, many collectors find the 1944 wheat penny especially meaningful, as it represents both wartime resourcefulness and a return to traditional coinage materials. In terms of design, the obverse was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can sometimes be found on earlier issues but are not prominently displayed on most 1944 coins. Lincoln's profile is detailed and dignified, reflecting his legacy as a symbol of unity and freedom. The reverse wheat design was used from 1909 to 1958, making the 1944 penny part of a long-running and beloved series. The coin has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs approximately 3.11 grams, which is standard for copper cents of that era. The value of a 1944 wheat penny with no mint mark depends largely on its condition. In circulated used condition, it is generally worth a small premium over face value, often ranging from a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially with a bright red luster, referred to as red or RD by collectors, the coin can be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching $10 to $50 or higher, depending on grading quality. Rare error varieties, such as double dies or coins struck on leftover 1943 steel planchets, which are extremely rare, can be worth thousands of dollars and are highly sought after by collectors. Overall, the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of American history. It connects collectors to the World War II era, showcases the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, and reflects the ingenuity of a nation adapting to wartime challenges. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced coin collector, this coin remains a meaningful and collectible item, valued not only for its monetary worth, but also for its deep historical significance. Next, top 2. The United States of America wheat penny from 1951 with the D mint mark is a classic and widely collected coin from the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. This coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, a design that was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the front of the coin, you will see the word Liberty on the left side, the year 1951 on the right, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head. The D mint mark, located just below the year, indicates that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mint facilities responsible for producing large quantities of coins for circulation. The reverse back of the 1951 D-wheat penny displays the iconic wheat ears design, with two wheat stalks curving along the left and right edges of the coin. Between these wheat stalks are the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, along with the Latin motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. This wheat design symbolizes agricultural strength, growth, and prosperity, reflecting the importance of farming in American history. The coin's design was created by Victor David Brenner, a skilled engraver whose work on the Lincoln cent has become one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. In terms of composition, the 1951 D-wheat penny is made primarily of copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs about 3.11 grams, which was the standard for U.S. cents of that time. By 1951, the United States had already returned to normal coin production after the material changes of World War II, so this coin reflects the stable post-war economy and traditional minting processes. The Denver Mint produced a very large number of these coins, over 625 million pieces, making the 1951 D one of the more common dates in the wheat penny series. Because of its high mintage, the 1951 D wheat penny is generally not considered rare, but it is still highly collectible, especially for those building complete Lincoln cent sets. In circulated condition, these coins are usually worth a few cents to $1, depending on how worn they are. Coins in better condition, such as extremely fine XF or about uncirculated AU, can fetch slightly higher prices. However, uncirculated coins with full original red luster, known as red or rarity condition, are much more valuable and can be worth anywhere from $5 to $20 or more, depending on their grade. Coins graded at very high mint state levels by professional grading services can reach even higher values. Collectors also pay attention to possible errors and varieties in 1951 D pennies, although major errors are relatively rare for this year. Some minor variations, such as repunched mint marks or die cracks, may add a bit of extra interest and value. Still, most 1951 D coins are valued more for their condition and eye appeal than for rarity. The coin's warm copper color, detailed wheat design, and historical connection make it a favorite among collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Overall, the 1951 D wheat penny is a beautiful representation of mid-20th century American coinage. It reflects a time of economic growth and stability in the United States while continuing to honor the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Whether you are a beginner collector or an experienced numismatist, this coin remains an important and accessible piece of history, valued not only for its modest monetary worth, but also for its cultural and historical significance. Next, top 3. The United States of America 1 penny from 1961 with the D mint mark is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, one of the most recognizable and widely collected coin series in the world. This coin features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, continuing a design that was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the obverse, you will see the inscription, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head, the word liberty to the left, and the date 1961 to the right. Just below the date is the small D mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities responsible for producing U.S. coinage for circulation. The reverse back of the 1961 D penny still carries the classic wheat ears design, with two stylized wheat stalks framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words appears the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. This wheat design, created by Victor David Brenner, had been in use since 1909 and was nearing the end of its production life, as it would soon be replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design. But note that all wheat pennies ended in 1958, making the 1961 D penny actually part of the Lincoln Memorial reverse type, not wheat ears. Therefore, the 1961 D penny features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse instead, showing a detailed image of the monument in Washington, D.C., with 1 cent and United States of America above and below it. In terms of composition, the 1961 D Lincoln penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the classic reddish-brown appearance that collectors love. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. The coin was minted during a time of economic growth and industrial expansion in the United States, and the Denver Mint produced a very large number of these coins, over 1 billion pieces, making it one of the more common issues in the Lincoln cent series. Because of its high mintage, the 1961 D penny is generally easy to find and is not considered rare. In circulated condition, its value is typically just a few cents above face value. However, coins in uncirculated condition, especially those with bright original red luster, graded as red or rarity, can be worth more, often ranging from $2 to $10 depending on quality. Exceptionally well-preserved coins with high mint state grades, such as MS 65 or higher, can fetch higher prices among collectors, particularly if they have strong eye appeal and minimal marks. Collectors also look for minor varieties and errors in 1961 D pennies, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, although major errors are relatively uncommon. Still, any unusual feature can increase the coin's interest and value. The 1961 D penny is especially popular among beginner collectors because it is affordable and widely available, making it a great starting point for building a Lincoln cent collection. Overall, the 1961 D Lincoln penny represents a transitional era in U.S. coinage, combining the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln with the newer Lincoln Memorial reverse design. It reflects a period of stability and modernization in American history, and continues to be a meaningful and collectible coin. While it may not be rare, its historical value, classic design, and connection to one of America's greatest presidents make it an important piece for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Next, top 4. The United States of America 1 penny from 1963 with the D Mint mark is a well-known coin from the Lincoln cent series, representing an important era in modern American coinage. This coin features the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse front, a design that has been in use since 1909. On the obverse, the inscription, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head, while the word liberty is positioned to the left and the year 1963 is shown on the right. Just below the date is the small D Mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary production facilities of U.S. coinage. Unlike earlier wheat pennies, the 1963 D penny features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back, a design that replaced the wheat ears in 1959. The reverse shows a detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial located in Washington, D.C., with the inscriptions United States of America along the top and 1 cent at the bottom. Between these inscriptions appears the motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one. If you look closely at the memorial design, you can even see a tiny representation of the statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside, making it one of the more intricate designs in U.S. coinage history. The 1963 D Lincoln penny is composed primarily of copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs approximately 3.11 grams, which was standard for pennies before the composition changed in 1982. The coin was minted during a significant time in American history, as 1963 was marked by major social and political events, including the Civil Rights Movement and the presidency of John F. Kennedy. These historical connections add an extra layer of interest for collectors and historians alike. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced over 1.7 billion 1963 D pennies, making it a very common coin in circulation. Because of this high production number, the coin is not considered rare, and its value in circulated condition is typically just a few cents above face value. However, coins that have been well preserved in uncirculated condition, especially those with bright original red luster, graded as red or rarity, can be worth more, often ranging from $2 to $15 depending on their quality and grading. High-grade examples, certified by professional grading services, can command even higher prices among serious collectors. Collectors also pay attention to potential errors or varieties in 1963 D pennies, such as die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes. While major errors are relatively uncommon, they can significantly increase the coin's value if found. For most collectors, however, the appeal of the 1963 D penny lies in its historical context, classic design, and accessibility. It is often included in Lincoln cent collections and is a favorite among beginners due to its affordability and availability. Overall, the 1963 D Lincoln penny is a meaningful piece of American numismatic history. It combines the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln with the detailed Lincoln Memorial design, reflecting both tradition and progress in U.S. coinage. Although it is not a rare coin, it holds lasting value as a symbol of American heritage and remains an essential part of any Lincoln cent collection.